guys, what's up? Nope, I hate that. Nope. Why do I keep doing this? What is this? Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Ashley, and today I'm not wearing any pants. Well, I've got to run in like 25 minutes to go to a class, but I wanted to film a short little story time for you. Now, as a kid, my parents and I were both interested in doing modeling, commercials, all that kind of stuff. I feel like everybody had a phase in the early 2000s where they're like, dude, my child could be the perfect child star, like let's do this. And just like I am now, I was a ham then, I'm a ham now. I will pose and do all that shit all day, no problem. Recently, now that I'm 22 years old, I was watching one of Lisa Schwartz's videos about scamming people into thinking that their kids are these models and they'll get these contracts and make all this money and that these companies are going to make their kids child stars. As I'm watching the video, I'm like, wow, this is really fucked up. And then she mentioned John Robert Powers. And I stopped and was like, I may have been a victim of one of these scams. So back when I want to say it was somewhere between 10 to 12, so like 4th and 6th grade, my mom took me to a like casting, audition, whatever. I believe it was like at a conference center, because I remember we were put in these hallways for like 3 hours, 4 hours to memorize scripts and figure out which one we wanted to do for the audition before we were put into the conference room where they gave us the whole spiel and then had us actually perform to the camera. So they give you this packet and it's a bunch of different scripts. I mean, there were ones about like food or candy, toys. There was one about Levi jeans, and that's the one that I did. So 10 to 12 years later, I still somewhat remember the script, and it went a little something like this. My brother's going to college and he thinks I'm gonna miss him. What I'm gonna miss is his Levi jean jacket. And then da-da-da-da-da, it went on from there. I don't remember the rest, but that's what I do remember. And I had to stand in front of a camera, like I am right now, and act out this little script for the person running it, whatever. So we've at this point waited for 3 or 4 hours in the lobby, going over these lines, going over these scripts, and then we get sat in a room where they talk to us for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then we have to stay in that room until everybody has gone through and done their own little audition to the camera. So all in all, if anything, this thing lasted like 6 or 7 hours where we were all just like starving and tired, and I just remember wanting to go home so badly. So we left that day. I felt pretty good about it. Like, I know I did what I did and it was good. And we went and got Taco Bell. I went and saw a friend. My mom and I were just kind of talking about the experience and how this could be like super cool, super great, but most of all that we were just tired as shit because we had been there all day. My timing really doesn't add up very well, but I just remember it didn't take them very long to get back to us. I remember my dad got a phone call from them. Might have been a phone call, it could have been an email, I don't really exactly remember the specifics, but I remember being in his office and he told me that they had called and offered me a half scholarship. Basically, it meant they were going to take me on as a client, get me into different castings, and really promote me to be their next child star. But for a measly fee of $1,000 to finish out that other half of the scholarship. To me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the start of it. I'm going to be famous. Like, Dad, sign me up. We totally had the money at that time, but they were very cautious about it, and I'm very glad. First of all, you shouldn't have to have a scholarship if they're going to take you on as a client. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever for a modeling agency. There's no school that they're putting you through. It's not like college where, you know, they pay for your classes or whatever. So that was a little fishy. At that point, my dad was like, you know what? As much as, you know, I think this would be good for you, it's just asking a lot, and like, I don't know how comfortable I am with it. So we didn't follow through with it. Now, 10, 12-ish years later, I'm like, thank God, because this was all a frigging scam. I would actually be really interested to know what would have happened had we taken that half scholarship. I think it would just be super interesting to have the knowledge of what happens within those really sketchy situations. Throughout like middle school and high school, I was very active about looking at different castings and whatnot for new shows and movies that like Disney and Nickelodeon and all those kids' TV channels were putting out. And I saw, you know, a lot of auditions for a new show on Disney Channel, Lab Rats. And then like 6 months later, they would have a new show on Disney Channel that casted, you know, whoever called Lab Rats. And I was like, okay, so you can easily find postings online for these different castings and auditions and whatnot, which is very interesting. And it kind of makes me sad because these scams are still happening. The fact is that all of these castings and different new shows and new roles that people, you know, need to fill for shows and movies and whatnot are public. So you can literally just create an entire fake modeling agency and scam people and rip them off if you have a good enough script in front of you that you're reading saying, we're gonna make your kid famous, just pay us $1,000 and we got you. So as shitty as it was that it could have happened to me and my family back in the day, the fact of the matter is that it's still happening to this day. I definitely think it was huge back in the early 2000s when everybody was kind of getting into that Disney Channel, Nickelodeon preface where all these young kids were getting involved in the shows and it seemed great, you know, my kid could be a star, but don't fall for it. If your child or you personally are going through one of these things and people are saying, okay, pay us to do it, don't do it, because if you're good enough, you shouldn't have to pay anybody. So that's all I have for you guys today. It was super short, I know, but I have wanted to talk about this because it was just such like an adult realization of mine was like, shit, I was almost scammed like so many families and kids nowadays, and I just thought it was funny and I wanted to share it with you guys. So here we are. I'm still not wearing any pants. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this and want more story times from me, hit that thumbs up button so I know. I will put all of my social media links down below because just go follow me. I don't have a reason why. If you have not seen my last 2 storytime videos, I'm gonna put them right here, as well as my face over here so you can click it to subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Ow, ow, ow. Are my lips bigger yet? No pain, no gain, Ashley. No pain, no gain. You want the lips, you put